Honorable colleagues, my name is Gwacha Morin Chinwe. I represent the good and very hardworking people of Oyi, Ayamelum Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I rise this morning to support the motion as moved by my able colleague.
What motion is that?
I don't know. You called me to second the motion. I don't know. I just came in.
Hello everyone. If you just watched that video and you felt really sad, ask yourself again, is it really sadness you should feel or anger at yourself? Honestly, we've really allowed our politics to just be done anyhow. I've always said, the legislative arm of government is the bedrock of democracy, and you need people that will be there, that know what they're doing, that will stand and speak for Nigerians, fight for Nigerians, be there for Nigerians. You don't need someone that comes and second to a motion that they know nothing about. So even if you are called to second a motion, and I know that can happen, as colleagues, because at the end of the day, in the National Assembly, State Houses of Assembly, you can't do it alone. You need your colleagues, you need to work together, you need to bring things together and say, hey, let's get this done, right? But you cannot then say, how do I put it now? You cannot then just say they ask you to second emotion and you just stand. The first thing you quickly do, hey, okay, which motion is that, safe? That's the first thing you do. It doesn't take too much. They tell you to stand up and second. It doesn't take too much. You just okay, guys, okay, fine. Which motion? I mean, which motion is it? And then you get to hear the motion. Of course, you know that it's something that aligns with you. And it's okay. Give me the paper. You actually have the motion in front of you, so that when you say I second the motion that say blah blah blah, you read it out. You understand? These things can happen, and but for you to just stand up and say you second the motion, then even when they now ask her, when the person, the speaker, I think that's a great job, but speaker asked her, what motion are you supporting? All you need to do is to just say, okay, so let me read it out. Because of course, sometimes these motions are a bit long, the wordings, you didn't cram it, that will be understanding. But for you to just say, and with all confidence, I don't know, I think that's just it, I don't know. You asked me to do it. And if the person who asked her that question was the one who was asking her to do it, was he trying to embarrass her? Then I'm thinking, okay, was he really trying to embarrass her? Because it's unbelievable that you didn't ask what motion is it that you are seconding. I know these things will happen. You okay, guy, who is, because you need someone to second it. You don't want to be left hanging. I mean, guy, this is the motion I'm passed. You help me second it. Or hey, babe, this is the motion and they help me support it. Those don't help me second it. Those are things that we do. But this all points to one thing: our politics must be taken seriously. We need people that will speak for the people that will fight for the people in legislative arm of government. All these things that people say, oh, activists are not supposed to be in government. Oh, you're an activist, you can't do politics. It's nonsense. What is the National Assembly meant for? What is the State Houses of Assembly meant? It's not activism, it's not advocacy, it's not whatever. Yes, you have the constitutional right to speak. Then you add constitutional authority, and then you'll be able to speak the more. We're shortchanging ourselves by putting this whole thing to say that, oh, activists should not do this, activists should not do that. That's not, that's not the way to go about this whole thing. We must ensure that we are putting in all our best. We're putting in the best foot forward. We are putting in people that will speak for you. Representation. The National Assembly is about representation. Anybody that is the person who is representing your people. Then you have someone who just doesn't speak. But let me tell you something. There are two things. One of the things that we are failing to do all the time is donating to people's campaign and ensuring that it is public money that send people, public money, not public in what government owns, but let me say private donations by people, small donors most especially, sending people into offices. First of all, politics should not be about you spending your money. If you spend your money, when you get there, it is no longer politics. It is now business or entrepreneurship. The first thing you are going to do is recoup your profit. You will then no longer be speaking for the people per se, but more for yourself, because you need to recoup what you lost. Not only recoup what you lost, make profits of what you used, and then pack for the next one. And if it is someone that is sponsoring you, someone out there that is sponsoring you, the things that would happen, they will now have to, make demands on you and tell you this is what you must do, this is what you must not do, when to speak, when not to speak. I heard from lawmakers that will tell you that there are some people who cannot say anything until the masters that bring them in tell them what to say or not to say. It is unbelievable, but it is the way we've allowed it to be. And if we want anything to be different, we must then begin to put our votes where we must then begin to put our monies where our votes are. We cannot sit down and say, oh, I cannot donate. I will not donate to politician. You see a lot of people, I'm minding my business now. I've heard that a lot. I'm minding my business now. I'm not going to do anything politics. Don't worry. Keep minding that business. Know that policies will mind you. While you are minding your business, government policies will mind you, and sometimes they will ensure that you probably will not even have business. I've seen people who talk about the fact that their parents were doing so well. All of a sudden, government policies change everything. I have been a victim of government policy, literally almost wiping out my business and making me bankrupt. One of the things for me that saved me, I would say, is the fact that is that mind. I watched my father lose everything because of government policies, and I remember when it was really down because my family were really worried about me, and the way let this not be something that really gets you, that I just kept saying that I'm not gonna go down the way my dad did. I'm gonna fight this thing with all. And I remember one day that I sat down and I said to myself, Aisha, once upon a time, you couldn't even you didn't know where the next meal was going to come from. You didn't know there were days you went without food because your parents couldn't afford it. Went to school, you went to suffering. And I said myself, for you to get to this stage where you are losing this huge amount of money, that is progress. The day, and you know when they say everything is about mindset, right? The day my mind clicked on that was that shift turned around. And from there, I never thought about it as failure, being down and feeling so sorry about myself. Because I tell you, my 39th birthday, when I see a bit of difference, hey, these things happened. The other phone we're using died. This is it. This we're putting in a new one. But what I was trying to say there before it just went black is that when my 39th birthday, I didn't even know that my 39th birthday had come. I think it was years later or whatever. I realized that on that day was when I was writing a letter, an email to my producer in China, and I was saying to him, stop all production, something is happening in my country. But hey, for me, like I said earlier, it's all about the mindset. Where I was able to turn that thing around to say, from someone who grew up very poor, go to school in the morning without breakfast, coming back home, you're not expecting lunch. I remember writing my SSC and begging people to please give me textbook that I will get A's in those courses. I promised to get A's in those courses. You know, not having textbooks and all of that. Getting to a place where, as of that moment, losing such amount of money, I was like, that is growth. That is progress. And for me, that particular moment that I had that mindset, that was the shift. And everything just shifted. And I was just like, no problem, whatever I lost this, it took me years to be able to pay off everything. But hey, I got to a place where indeed I was able to pay all of that, of the debt that accumulated from that loss. And I moved on, you know, for it. So for people who keep saying, oh, I'm gonna mind my business, oh, I'm not doing politics, don't worry. Policies from politics will come and meet you. You see, in a lot of countries, businesses take care, businesses are focused, businesses put their mind on what, you know, the politics that is going on, how it is happening and all of that, because for them, they know the importance of it all. But hey, here our own does feel that, oh no, wahala, they will not be part of it. But anyway, Sha, we are here. If we really want our nation to move forward, every one of us must be invested in politics and not just something that we just think at or do once in a while. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.